Well, hello everybody in the garden. Tyrone love you. Yes, you do. Tyrone love you. In the dark. No. Tyrone love you. He does. Tyrone love you. Love my babies in the garden. I know I'm your favorite. All right, let's go. What are we talking about? What are we talking about today? What are we talking about? All right, well, I thought I'd show you guys, since we did the others, might as well do good old Jake, right? Let's do Jake, Maddie's boyfriend. Memorial service. This is Jake. This is Maddie's boyfriend. We did the others. It's only fair, right? It's only fair to watch him, right? Okay. Now, I did see a little bit of this before. I can't remember. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. See what jumps out, if anything jumps out. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Hope you like this.
Like to say thank you, everyone, for being here, and just everybody involved in the investigation, helping, and everybody showing the unreal support.
Unreal, yeah. I bet. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys.
Yeah, it's we really appreciate it more than we can show right now. So I was Maddie's boyfriend, and she brought me closer to Xana and Kaylee. I knew Xana actually before Maddie, and I met Kaylee through Maddie, and I just, like, they always were amazing to be around. Just Xana was always so energetic and happy, and just a beautiful soul, and Kaylee was always so strong and driven, and just kind, and really genuinely cared about everyone.
Good stuff. Hey, saying the right things.
The opportunity to meet Ethan too many times, but from what I had heard from Maddie and all the other roommates, he was also a really great guy, and just none of these people deserve this.
Well, not bad so far, guys. I'm just gotta say, he's saying the right things, right? He is. He's saying the right things. He's being
so
the.
I met Maddie her freshman year of college. We went to high school together, but I was a couple years older, and didn't really get to meet her until she came to University of Idaho, and she got in to the Pi-Fi house.
Pi-Fi.
I had
Pi-Fi.
friends in there, and they just really took Maddie under their wing, and just took her under their wing, and were showing, like, introducing them to everybody, and just were always there for her. She was always surrounded by a good group. But yeah, so I met her actually on her bid day of her freshman year. I don't necessarily think she was supposed to go out that night, but luckily she did, and I got to meet her that night. There were times throughout that school year where we got to hang out, and just I got to get to know her a little bit, but I didn't really realize that I was in love with Maddie until the summer of 2020. We went to McCall, and I got
on a boat
that summer.
Yep, got on a boat. Got on a boat. All right, hang on, guys. Just want to stop real quick. Right now, what are you thinking? What's your first impression? We just saw a couple minutes, right? What's your first impression? What is it honestly? What is it honestly to you? What's your honest impression right now? Just what we saw. Very brief. He's talking about, right. You know what he's talking about. What's your first impression of this? That's what I'm asking. I have a first impression of this, right? You have one. What is it? What's our impressions here? That just from those first couple minutes that we saw him talking, what's our impressions thus far? I don't know yet. No. I'm not, based on just those few minutes that I've seen, I'm not concerned yet. Not concerned about anything yet, really. Not yet. Not yet. He's saying, to me, this is just my opinion, right? My world, my speculation, my opinion only, right? You guys could, obviously, right? Whatever. You know that. I don't need to say that. My first impression, just for those couple minutes, is that he's saying the right things. He is. To me, he's saying the right things. It's the correct tone. It's the correct tone. The tone that he's trying to portray to you, whether it's real or not, the tone that you call that is somber. That's the tone. That's the name for that, right? Somber. That's the tone. That's what I give that tone. Somber. It's a somber tone. But that's appropriate. That's an appropriate tone to hear in the context of what we know. So that's my very first impression of watching this. That's the tone I'm getting right now, is somber. It fits. It should be somber. And he's saying the right things so far about her. This is when I fell in love with her. He did say that, right? But when I really knew I loved this girl is this was the moment. So to me, that's appropriate, guys. That's really appropriate here for me so far. Okay, let's get on.
Spend a lot of time on the water. We floated the river and just hung out every chance we got. And then when we went back to school, I lived in an apartment, and I would just always invite over the Pi-Fi girls to get an opportunity to hang out with Maddie.
Are you like the
Ads? Damn ads.
We didn't go on our first date until Valentine's Day.
The following year or that year?
We went to the Breakfast Club in Moscow.
Okay.
But we didn't officially start dating until April 27th that year.
What year? 2020? 2020?
Maddie was a perfectionist.
Anyway, go ahead.
A good story with that would be Kaylee and Maddie's birthdays. They were like a month apart, and Maddie's came first, and she would always get frustrated because Kaylee would always go all out and just make everything perfect for her, and it was like almost like a little competition between the two who could make their birthdays better. And I guess it was a repeating thing throughout the years of them knowing each other.
Yeah.
Maddie was the best at spreading love to
Maddie
all
was.
those that were close to her.
See, talking really nice
Every
about
time
her.
I talked to her on the phone, she would end the conversation with "I love you," and I would always say it back. She was always smiling and dancing and laughing, and she was really observant of things. She would point things out that she thought were cute, which was something usually pink or tiny.
What?
She
What?
always loved being comfy. Like, if we're watching a movie or a football game or anything, she's got her comfy socks on, blanket, and was just always making the best of every situation. She was nice, she was funny, she was confident. She knew that she was
Hang on.
she knew her worth. I had to work for her. It was worth it.
All right, guys. Has your impression changed at all? I'm going to stop it there and ask that question, right? Has your impression changed at all of him? Has it changed? That, from going to the first couple minutes to this, has your impression changed of what he's saying or what you feel about him? Yeah, no, not yet for me. Not yet for me. Not yet. I don't know yet if there's something coming I don't know about, like a big ball rock, right? But for me, it's still consistent. That now, again, am I being blind here? That's why you guys are here too, right? You don't want the gardener of the master, or the master of the garden, right? Whatever, to be blind. No, let's not go there. That's nothing about this. But anyway, yeah. Has your impression changed of him yet at all? Okay, just asking that question. Think about that. All right. For me, it's still consistent. He's saying really nice things about her. He is. He's in his own way, right? They're nice, right? They're nice things. They're not, he's not trying to yet. I don't know. He's not trying to pot shot her, right? He's not trying to maybe backhand her in a weird way. Okay. No, he's saying really nice things about her. I'm just saying. I feel those are nice, genuine things to say about your girlfriend. I don't know. Anyway, let's go.
Just so confident. She knew that she was beautiful inside and out, but she was also humble about it. Maddie was someone who genuinely cared about everybody that was close to her. When she was the type of person that when she asked you how your day was, it was genuine. She really wanted to know.
No.
When I would talk to her, she could tell me about all of her friends and what they were up to. She was just always aware of everything. She was also, she was really funny. All her jokes really would come out of nowhere, and you'd have to do like a double take. Just be like, was that the cute little blonde girl that just said that? She would always express her love to everybody.
Cute little bunny. Cute little blonde girl. I don't know.
She's really good at hugger. She's always someone for her friends, her family, me, and just really anybody that needed advice or a shoulder to cry on or a person to hug. Maddie was the go-to for that.
He's not crying, but
she always loved.
You don't need to cry.
Like the whole process of like in Moscow, just getting ready with all of her friends. She would be helping all of them do the makeup, and I'd just be sitting on the bed observing all these girls doing what they do.
Hey. Okay. I don't know.
Maddie was my best friend.
His best friend.
The first person I talked to every morning, and the last person I talked to before bed. But I was lucky enough to be able to explore life with Maddie for about 2 years. She was the one who knew me best, and she saw me at my highs and my lows. Just helped me through everything. She was always there for me, pushing me to be better and to spread positivity. I think that's what she wanted. And she was the person that I loved the most. And
see? Yeah. There you go.
She loved me the most too.
Yep. That, to me, guys, this is genuine to me. I'm sorry, it is. It's genuine to me. He's saying the right things.
To be strong and be as positive and happy as we can through this time. And just know that we have her watching over all of us. And I know she's in heaven, and I can't wait to see her again and just give her a big hug. That's all I got.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, all right. There you go. Officer Phoenix. Guys, I don't know. I had to turn this off. Hang on. This is why I'm not going to go live. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right. No, guys, to me, hey, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't need to be sorry, right? No, I don't need to be sorry. What am I sorry about? Fuck. No, guys. To me... Oh, now you're in the dark. Fuck. No. To me... Oh, God, I hate this fucking lighting. Good. All right. To me... No, God. No. To me, I'm sorry. If you disagree with me. But based on that, I don't see him being involved. I'm sorry. I don't. To me, he was consistent throughout the whole speech. Consistent. He was consistent throughout the whole speech. He was. He was consistent, guys. Sorry. Anyway. Now, that's saying if you feel differently. To me, he was consistent. He said the right things throughout the whole thing. And guess what else he did? He didn't put himself in the front of the stories. No, he made her everything that he said about her, right? She was the focus of the story, not him. Not him. So yeah, I feel what that was. I feel that was genuine. That I do. I feel that was genuine. I do. Hey, whatever. That's my impression of that. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. That's a Jake, right? Maddie's boyfriend at the time. Yeah. Maddie's boyfriend at the time. So I don't know. Hey, he says he loves her, right? Does. Says, this is when I fell in love with her, and she was the first person she was the last person I talked to at night, and he's the first person I talked to in the morning. And that's the kind of stuff you would expect to hear from a boyfriend. That's the kind of stuff you would expect to hear. If you did really love her, that's what you would kind of hear, right? Hey, she's my best friend, Yeah. Yeah, that's the right stuff. That's the right stuff you need to say. Not this other nonsense. That is correct. That is the right theme for this context. What we just saw there is the right, that he knows what the theme is, and he's aware of the context. And he keeps her in the front of every story that he's telling about her. She is the focus. She is the focus. Yes. That's how it should be. Because I'm not taking the podium for you to listen to me about my life. No, you want to hear about the person who we're talking about, who lost their life. So I don't know. That's my impression of him. Okay, we're gonna keep going a little bit because I want to guess what I'm gonna pull on you right now, and you're not gonna like it, but I don't care. Hey, I don't, because Stanley's still with me. And Stanley, well, he's always with me. Okay, so I'm going to compare him, and we're going to watch fucking Hunter again. Now, I tried to do a second video on Hunter, but people started getting a little weary. Well, not weary, but they started getting a little antsy because some of you don't feel Hunter's involved. And guess what? I don't know that. I have no idea if he's involved in this or not. Have not worked that out in my brain. Have not tried to figure that out in any fashion to some degree. Okay? But I want to compare. We always need a contrast, don't we? Don't we? Right. Stupid shit not stupid, but with stuff like this, with cases like this, with weird shit like this going on, we need a contrast. Always a contrast between dark and light. Dark and light. What is the contrast, right? Dark, between dark and light. What is where's the contrast here? It can't all be dark and it can't all be white. You don't see anything, right? You need a contrast. And I want to show you that contrast. Oh, yeah. And get this. We're going to contrast all four now. 4 is the golden rule, remember? So, yep. Now we're going to contrast all 4 into 1. Hey, maybe I should do these. No, hang on. All right, here we go. Jack Nicholson. No, I'm kidding.
Hello.
Okay. This is my third time around with this guy.
Johnson. Me and Ethan became best friends over the last year and a half. We spent at the U of I.
Year and a half.
And since we became such good friends, I feel honored and privileged to even be able to share who he was to everyone here.
Okay, honored. Okay, that's okay. That's cool. Honor and privilege. Good. You should be, right? That's right. That's good.
I met Ethan during Fall Rush of last year.
Fall Rush.
And if you don't know what Rush looks like
of last year,
fraternity guys, it's...
What year are we at?
You're coming in as a freshman and you're walking to 10 different fraternity houses and talking to 100 different guys, trying to understand all of them and see if you fit in with them.
Yeah, I bet. How do you fit in with 100 guys?
He was the first person I talked to during Rush that year, and I knew immediately that he was someone that I wanted to be friends with and someone I wanted to join my house.
All right. By
my
what?
First impression of Ethan was some tall, goofy kid that looked athletic.
Athletic.
And he was, because we played a lot of basketball.
Basketball toned.
During that time.
Athletically built, basketball toned during that time. Just like you.
Wasn't enough to convince him to join my house.
He didn't want to join your house.
He ended up going to Sigma Chi.
Get me away from here. Get me away from this guy.
We weren't going to be friends forever.
Yeah, I bet not.
That's one thing he told me.
Really?
Because he told me he was going to join Sigma Chi. He said, if I do that, you better not block me and ghost me on anything. And I couldn't believe he said that, because I just knew I wanted to be friends with him for a long time.
Oof. Why? But why? What was it about him that was special? Fucking idiot. What was special about him?
He had such an infectious smile.
Infectious smile.
Charismatic personality.
Charismatic.
And
all right.
If you knew anything about Xana as well, they were very similar in how they acted together. Me and Ethan shared a lot of memories together.
Memories together? Which, such as?
At a party where me and him would be controlling the aux. And
what the fuck's the aux?
Singing at the top of our lungs,
I don't know what
any country music song.
Oh, okay. I understand.
With 50 other people in there not saying a word, just us singing as loud as we could.
I don't know.
Some of my other favorite memories that
in a bar
with Ethan also included Xana.
Okay.
And
Xana.
Those were the times we spent on the golf course.
The golf course.
Me, Ethan, Xana, and Emily.
And Emily.
We went a lot over the summer.
Okay.
And before summer.
All right, there you go. That's kind of genuine right there. I don't know, is it?
It was gonna be
Maybe.
a good time when we went golfing.
Golfing.
We had more drinks in our bag than we did golf balls.
Drinks in the bag. Yeah.
And we usually had to send Xana and Emily to go throughout the forest to look for more golf balls for us, because we ended up losing so many. I knew Ethan, he was never angry about anything. He would never get upset. You couldn't upset him ever. And one time we went to play 18 holes, and he wanted to bet money every hole, $2 every hole.
$2 every hole.
If you won the hole, you got $2.
Right.
If you tied,
right.
You didn't get it, it just turned to $4.
$4. So what's the point? You try to tie every hole until the last hole.
He whooped me, actually, that first hole, and...
Whooped you? Fucking ads.
I remember him being so happy, and he was pretty confident going up to the next hole. Unfortunately for Ethan, I ended up winning the next 17 holes.
You, and you. I won the next 17 holes.
You knew he wasn't great with money.
Yeah, not great with money. Fuck you, buddy.
And so,
yeah, see?
It wasn't a great feeling when I had to come up to him and ask for the $34 he owed me after the round.
Why? That's what you're doing.
He would ask me to get him drinks every week.
Drinks every week?
I need some Bud Light Limes. Can you go to the store and get me some?
Yeah, this is where he's going off the rails. I'm sorry.
Pay me back for the last 2 weeks that I got you Bud Light Limes.
I don't know. Jack Nicholson, here he comes,
So,
right here.
Respect, I
This
never
is-
got those $34.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, that's funny. See, there you go, guys.
Always someone you
That's
can
the
count
shit.
on to make you smile and cheer up your mood.
Cheer up your mood, make you smile. Okay,
Everybody loved him.
Everybody
and
loved him.
His
except me.
beautiful mustache he had.
Cool mustache.
And I
Cool.
feel so lucky.
Like the village people.
So many
Yeah,
great memories
village
with
people.
him.
Village people. Which one did you like the best? I'm sorry.
Miss our,
The one with the cool mustache.
favorite Moana songs we would sing together.
Moana. Moana?
Me, visiting
I thought it was marijuana at first.
your parents'
Actually.
house, Emily, and you guys also coming to my cabin and hanging out with my family
Cabin in the woods. Yeah.
and
Laughing.
watching you carry all of your drinks in a garbage bag.
Yeah, that's
when you
hilarious.
walked into a party.
Yeah, that's fucking funny. Oh my god. It must have been hilarious seeing that.
I know
Yeah,
we're
I
all
bet.
gonna miss these.
Hey, where are you right now?
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. Take care, buddy. Yeah. All right, guys. Where's the contrast? Now, was I being too hard on him? Possibly. Oh, wait. Hang on. Sorry, guys.
My name is.
I don't know who this prick's coming up to. No, I mean, it all depends. Here's what I'm thinking about Hunter. Okay. It all depends. Now, yes, he said some really horrible things that you shouldn't be saying about your friend. I agree totally with that. Now, watching it again a third time. These are not, listen. Okay, you're socially awkward. I'll give you all that personality stuff. I'll give that all to you. You can have it on a silver fucking platter, right? Just like, I don't know, my head, right? You can have my head on a silver platter. I'll give you a lot. I'll give you all the personality quirks. I'll give you all that shit. Because I have to, because in a way I have to, because I don't know these people personally. That's always the wall, right? Right. What is the wall? What is the wall, right, guys? Now, this has nothing to do with what we're getting into. But what is the wall? Right? You should know this. We should know this. I should know this. What is the wall? What is the wall? What is the wall? What is the wall? And, no, really, what is a wall? What is a wall? Simple question, right? What is a wall? What's the functionality of a wall? Think about this. It's nothing new, nothing revolutionary. I'm not presenting anything that you guys don't already know. Somewhere in your mind, you already know all of these concepts. So I'm not dropping any bombs of any sort. And no, I'm not pretending to be that, because I'm not. Not at all. But what is the wall? The wall, what's the functionality of a wall, right? Well, the functionality of a wall, a wall has many functions. A wall has tons of functions. Let me explain this, and I will get back to the memorial. And because this is popping just right now in my head. A wall. When you think of a wall, right? What you're gonna get an image of that wall, right? I say to you, garden. I want you to think of a wall right now. Just a wall. That's all the information I've given you. A wall. And your very first image of a wall that pops in your mind is going to be different. It could be the similar image that other people have, and it could be your image of a wall. When you just have these two words, could be a lot different than my vision of a wall, right? So we got to keep that in mind. But what is a wall? What is the function of a wall? What does a wall do? A wall has many functions. You wouldn't think it, right? When you just hear these two words. Oh, it's a wall, right? That's how I'm presenting it to you. It's just a wall. That's all it is. But you can't just stop there. If you want to figure this shit out, and that this is just me talking to myself. If I want to figure this shit out for myself and be confident in saying, I am fully confident in my theory about this, and that's it. And then that's it. Here's my paper on this. And, now I got to wait for the response to come back to challenge my paper on this, right? Right. But what is the wall? What is a wall? What does it do? What's its functionality? A wall has a myriad of functions to it. Anyway, there's nothing to do with what they're doing. Anyway, whatever. A wall. All right. So, yeah, Hunter, right? Hunter. Now, that's a third time go around with this guy. I don't know. It's very... I'll give you all the personality weirdness. I'll give you all the personality quirks. I'll give you all that. I'll give you the fact that he may be straight. Okay? I'll give you that. Now, do I personally think that? I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that. Watching that again, a third time, I am 50-50. 50-50. Yes, I am. Like Frank Zappa, I am 50-50. Okay. Yeah. The odds might be 50-50 on that. Yeah. I don't know. Right? When I watch it again, I get flavors of that. Flavors. I do. I'm just saying. Hey, that's me. That ain't you. Let's not forget that. So, yeah. I don't know. But anyway, I'll give you all that. I'll give you all the personality stuff. I'll give you all that. But here's what I cannot give you. Okay. No matter how socially awkward this kid might be, there's definitely an awkwardness, I think. Yeah, he's awkward. I think he's awkward. He is. Yeah, I do. Whatever. But again, opinion, speculation, theory. I'll give you that though, but still, look. Where are you? 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 And why are you here? Right? Where are you? And why are you at this place? What's your purpose to be there? Yeah, he forgot the purpose, though, a little bit, didn't he? In my opinion, Hunter, he forgot the purpose. He forgot the context. Why am I here? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Right? He forgot some of that. And you know what? You and us, being the garden that we are, the best garden in the world, remember, I will take you guys into battle with me, metaphorically, any day of the week. Yes, I would. Because what we're doing here and what we're trying, the whole point of this, and this is not us. This is not us setting this up. This is not our fault. This is not our doing. This is what they decided to do in Moscow, Idaho, that fateful, November, December time period. This is what they decided to do. So, we are playing on your field, not my field or my garden's field. We are all playing on your field. This is what you set up for us. Yes. So, this is what we're going to do because this is the type of field that you want me and my garden to play on. Okay? And we are going to play on that field. Okay? We're going to play on your territory. We are in a battle. You don't know it. You don't know that. My garden doesn't know that, but I know that. I know it. I know what I am doing. And there's certain things I know that I'm doing I'm not going to tell you, and I'm not going to tell my garden either. But anyway, that's the thing. You set this absurd field up from the very get-go, and guess what? Now, here's what happens when you do that. Now you got somebody like me who is nowhere near people who have been covering this case for 2 years. Now you got someone like me. Right? And guess what, Moscow, Idaho? I hope you learn this lesson, and I hope you learn it well. Right? This is your field that everybody's playing on, not our field. Moscow, Idaho, and FBI, right? And all you other pricks who may or may not be, I don't know, throwing wrenches into monkey works. Yeah. That's your field, not our field. Remember that. And dear Moscow, Idaho, okay, listen and listen well. Listen and listen well, Moscow, Idaho. If this is a standard that you want people to see, this is a standard, well, guess what? Because you started this and created this dynamic that you see now, all of what is going on, that's not my responsibility. That's not my garden's responsibility. That's always going to be your responsibility. And guess what? You have to be prepared for when the whole thing comes crashing down on your head. Because guess what, Moscow, Idaho? You forgot the wall. You forgot your own wall. And guess what? That wall that you forgot about, you thought it was all good and cool and whatever. That wall right now is standing towering over you about, 300 feet in the air, and it's ready to fall right on top of you. Okay? Let me just tell you that. Metaphorically speaking, that's what's going to happen to you. Okay? Remember that. Remember that. Yes, Moscow. That's what you created. You created people like me, and you created people like other people. Okay? That was your fault. Get this, Moscow, Idaho. I shouldn't exist. Hey, in my garden, I should not exist. My garden's fine. My garden can do whatever they want. My garden has free will, and my garden can choose whatever they want to do. But I should not exist here. There should not be me. There should not be this type of channel on here. Moscow, Idaho. Yeah, I should not exist, but yet here I am. I exist. And now that I exist, well, guess what? Guess what's going to happen now that I exist and now that you're aware? Okay, not of me personally maybe, but of others. We exist now because of you. See, and here's another secret. Stanley, here's another secret. You state, you meddled. You decided to meddle. You decided to meddle. And once you start meddling with this and what happened, once you start meddling in whatever way you meddled, well, guess what? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So whatever I was saying there, I don't know. They set the standard. People like me shouldn't exist. But guess what? We do. We exist now because of you. We shouldn't. But you didn't know what you were meddling with. That's the problem here. You didn't know what you were meddling with. You made a pact to something that you shouldn't have made a pact to. Moscow. You made a pact. But you made the wrong pact. Yes, you did. I ain't going there anymore. But I'll tell you what, you started it, you created it, it's your own fault. And so whatever happens from the trial until the very end, whatever happens is on you. Okay? On you. Not me, not my garden, not anybody else's garden. You. Strictly you. That's why we exist. We should not exist. I should not exist. My spirit guides, me, these videos, they should not be here. Think about that, Moscow, Idaho, and maybe you'll learn something. Don't be throwing big fucking coats in the bushes. If that video is real, don't be doing that. You know, if that video is real, right? If those two animal farm creatures, yeah, were Moscow PD on that day, and that was what they were doing, well, guess what? You know what you did there? You awakened a fucking Balrog. That's what you did. You just awakened a Balrog under the misty fucking mountains. Yes, you did. And that Balrog is fucking angry. Very angry. Angry. You disturbed the Balrog under the misty mountains. And you shouldn't have done that. Something that shouldn't exist, like the Balrog, well, guess what? It does. And you don't even know it. You forgot your own nature. That's the problem. You forgot your own nature. You know? And guess what? Not only did you forget it, but you stabbed it in the back. Okay? You stabbed your very nature in the back. You pricks. Fuck you all. Hey, fuck you all. If this video is real about these two cops, Moscow PD, on the day of, they're looking for evidence, okay? If that's true, and that's what we see you doing, well, guess what? This thing has you just unleashed that, okay? Just saying. Hope you know that. That's exactly what happened. You're meddling in things you don't understand, and you pull shit like that, and guess what? Now you got a big demon up your ass. Yes, you do. Not just one big demon up your ass. You got multiple demons up your ass now. Because you meddled in things you didn't understand. Now, you may have pulled it off before, but this time you didn't. You're not pulling it off this time. No. Why? Because what you have done here is so severe that the tone and all that awakened the monsters to come after you. Yeah. A lot of monsters are coming after you guys. I'm just saying. Metaphorically. Coming after you. Okay? That's what you created because you didn't understand what you're doing and you didn't understand what you're meddling with. Yeah. Yes, and yes. Anyway, back to... Where were we? Back to the memorial. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. 4 into 1, baby. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I'll give all the personality quirks. Give all that weirdness. Sure. But guess what? What's the problem, though, with him? What is the problem? Now, I want you to think about the contrast between what you saw with Maddie's boyfriend and what he said and how he said it compared to him. What he said? Yeah. What did he say? Compared to him. Now, again, not a one-to-one dynamic. Ethan was not his boyfriend. Maddie was his girlfriend. So that's not a one-to-one. Got to keep that in mind. Different things, different stories, of course. Got to keep that in mind. But, who cares if he owes you money? Who cares? That's not funny. You know what I mean? It goes back to that. Who cares? Again, out of all the stories that you could pick in your brain about Ethan, right? You picked that one. Why? Why are you picking the worst card in the deck? I don't get it. Right? The worst card in the deck. He picks the worst card in the deck. Like if I hand you a deck of cards, right? And I say, hey, all you have to do is pick out of all the 52 cards that I'm handing you, right? All you have to do is pick, just avoid the wrong one. There's only one wrong card in the deck out of the 52 that I have. Right? Right. Uno. Right? Pick the right card. That's all you have to do to get away. And guess what he does? He picks the very wrong card. Yeah, he does. That's a horrible story to tell about your friend. Horrible story. I don't care if you're socially awkward. I do not care. I don't think you can get a pass on that. No. That's the problem. In his mind, he thinks that's funny in some way. He thinks that's funny. Okay? Whatever level of humor, I don't know. But he finds that funny. Funny. But what does the punchline know? You gotta always keep the punchline in mind, right? What's the punchline? The punchline is, I never got my money back. That's the punchline to this. I never got my money back. That's not a good punchline, okay? I'm just saying, if you're trying to tell a funny story about your friend who was horribly unalived, okay, yeah, horribly, basketball tone, remember, he said it himself, athletically built, played basketball. Put that together with what the Prime said. What did the perpetrator look like? He was not fat, right? Whatever that Humpty Dumpty fucking nursery rhyme she tried to tell. Not fat, not skinny. Not fat, not skinny. You know, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty sat on the fucking wall, right? Yeah. Yeah, he did. Okay. Well, whatever. But, not this, not that. Not this, not that. Not this, not that. But, consistently, here's what he is. He's not this or that, not that, right? But here's what he is consistently. He is basketball toned. He is a basketball player. She said that. She said that. She said he was like what did she say? He was a basketball player. That's what she said at first, guys. She said that. Now I'm qualifying here. But she says at first in that statement, he was a basketball player. Yeah, that's what she says. That comes out of her mouth. That comes out of her brain. He is a basketball player. But then she qualifies that. Because I think at that point she's like, oops, I better qualify that. I can't tell the police I know who the basketball player is. Right? First of all, you don't need to say that. But whatever. Basketball player. Basketball toned. You know, like the basketball tone type. Yep. And what does Hunter say? Hunter, he was, athletic. Right? And we played basketball together. Huh? There you go. There you fucking go. There's your connection. Just saying. Basketball. Hey, basketball. Yeah, she almost fucks up there. I do believe she almost fucks up there. She does. I think she almost fucks up there. Because she says, well, he was a basketball player. That's what yeah. But then she qualifies that. There at the very end of that statement. But she says that was the first thought that fired off in her brain and exited her mouth. That's what, but she qualifies that. That's a fuck up. That's a tell. She says, the basketball player. It was a basketball player. Something like that. Qualifies it and says, blah, blah, blah. To make, okay, so it wasn't an actual basketball player that you knew. But before she qualified it, that's what she said, okay? But she qualified it. But that's a fuck up to me. That's a fuck up. That's a tell. She's like, oops. I can't say that, Well, because what are you going to hit me with? Well, how do you know he was a basketball player? Right? That's what you're going to hit me with. Eyes of death, remember? Eyes of fucking death. Oh, yeah? What do you mean basketball player? What? Wait, so you're telling me that whoever did this, and I'm running out of patience, and my frustration level is off the charts because I'm going to solve this case because it makes me angry, right? That's how you go into it. I'm angry, I'm frustrated, and you are going to help me solve this one way or another, okay? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah. Right. So, Prime. Well, basketball player. Oops. Oops. I mean, blah, blah, blah. Detective. Right? Detective. Well, do I throw you off there? Well, I guess I have. I guess in this case I did. Right? These idiots. I guess I threw you off just with that. Yeah. No, I don't know. But yeah, he was a basketball player. But see, if you're a good detective, you're gonna be like, what is the important what is the important piece in this? And then I'd be like, oh, so you're saying to me he was a basketball player, right? That's what you're saying to me, correct? And then she's going to have to qualify that. And then you're going to know more after that point. But you got to do that. You got to be like, so you're telling me the perp that you saw in the house, he was a basketball player, correct? She's going to have to qualify that. Well, no, that's not what I meant. Yeah? Qualify. Well, no, I didn't mean that, right? I meant blah, 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 or whatever. Okay, anyway, let's get on with the show. Okay, yeah, welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Oh, God. So we're going to pick it up with, this is part 3 of the memorial service. 4 into 1, remember? 4 into 1. Contrast. So the next piece is, what is it? It was, this is Dylan. This is Dylan. Good old Miss Prime. This is her. We're going to review her again, and we're contrasting against, the 4. All of them. Okay. All right. Dylan. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Anyway, here we go. Let's look at it again. Sorry.
I'm gonna miss our
Sorry. I had to do this again.
favorite Moana songs we would sing together.
Favorite Moana songs? Like a girl? Okay.
You and Xana at your
Just say-
house with Emily.
Nah, I can't watch this
You
again.
guys also coming to my cabin.
I understand
hanging
Jack
out with my
Nicholson.
family.
At his point.
2 different letters.
All right.
One from Dylan,
Dylan's
one
coming
from
up.
Bethany.
Now remember,
This
hey,
is from
remember.
John Mortensen.
Remember. A wall.
Xana and Ethan,
He's the wall.
2 best friends but perfect pair together.
Xana and Ethan.
They had this unstoppable, loving relationship. They both would look at each other with so much love.
Okay.
Everyone knew they were the perfect duo. They both had this fun, passionate, crazy, but good energy. They both were the kind of people who cared about everyone and would help anyone. Xana was the life of the party. If she was there, it was going to be great. But Xana was so much more than a girl who could just have fun. She was strong, intelligent, hardworking, and a beautiful person. Xana was taking this math class, a class I was also taking, and the amount of effort and hard work she put into that class was the only reason I tried to pass it. She would constantly uplift me and tell me I could do it.
All right.
Xana was also a very big people person.
Okay.
She could make a conversation with anyone, any friend and any parent. She loved the parents.
Who?
Especially
Who are the
moms.
parents? Oh, her parents.
Every tailgate,
Okay.
she would talk to a new mom, get their phone number, and text them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Everyone that got the chance to know her loved her.
Okay.
I was and am so lucky to have experienced a life with her as her being one of my closest friends. I didn't know Ethan until this semester. I wish I would have gotten to know him more. He was so sweet and loving to Xana. Xana was like his whole world, and you could see it in him. While Ethan was like a friend, he was also like an older brother to me. I
Wrong.
got to experience what an older brother would be like.
Wrong. Wrong. What does she say? This is weird. Now, again, we don't know these people. Again, I don't know them. I don't know the dynamics. I don't know anything about their relationships, okay? Don't know. I don't know them. Nobody knows them. And if you say you do, you better prove it, okay? Oh, fuck. Or go back to the rehabilitation center that you fucking broke out of. Wherever you came from. Okay. Fuck you. Okay. Just don't come to me. Yeah. Or guess what? You're going to find Stanley. And you don't want that. Seriously. You don't. Freakos. Okay. Believe me. You ain't stupid. And Stanley ain't stupid. And believe me, I got a Stanley that is smart and smarter than I think. I put Stanley on a pedestal with that. Okay. So no. Anyway. Whatever. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Yeah. Stanley. The twink, they called me. I don't forget that either. So, anyway. Ooh, I don't know. What did I stop? I don't know. Right, she says, unfortunately or something like that, I didn't first meet Ethan until this semester. Now, it's December. What day is it fucking doing this on? December something. It was in December that this was. This memorial, right? December something. This was the second? Something like that. But anyway. When did the semester start? What, August? August to November. Okay. 3 months, what? August, September, October, November. 4 months at tops. 4 months. 4 months you knew somebody. All right, hang on. 4 months tops. She fucks up. She fucks up. Am I being too hard on the prime? I might be here. Yeah, I could be totally hard on her right now. But 4 months, she goes from saying, "Now I'm going to show you."
Everyone that got the chance to know her loved her. I was and am so lucky to have experienced a life with her as her being one of my closest friends.
No, that's Anna. Okay. All
I
right.
didn't know Ethan until this semester. I wish I would have gotten to know him more.
4 months.
He was so sweet and loving to Xana.
Sweet and loving is Anna. Okay.
Xana was like his whole world, and you could see it in him.
Okay, that's fine.
While Ethan was like a friend, he was also like an older brother to me.
A friend and an older brother don't work
I got to
together.
experience an older brother.
Not in 4 months.
He was this goofy guy who I could make sarcastic jokes to. Every time I
don't
saw
know.
him, he
I don't
made
know.
sarcastic jokes right back.
Sarcasm.
He was also loving to my friends and to me. He cared like Xana about everyone. He was easygoing and easy to talk to. I'm glad I got the time I had to know Ethan, and I'm so thankful to have gotten to know such an amazing person.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Totally fine.
I know somewhere Xana and Ethan are together, keeping each other company, watching us and telling us it's okay and that we have each other. Maddie and Kaylee.
All right, here, Maddie and Kaylee.
Inseparable duo.
All right.
Two best friends that were like sisters.
Yeah, they were.
Maddie and Kaylee were like second moms to me.
Ugh, don't like
They
that.
taught me a lot on how to be a responsible adult, but also how to live life happy.
Yeah,
They
okay.
changed the way I look at life and how to enjoy life to the fullest.
All right.
Maddie was the cute ray of sunshine.
Cute ray of
She
something.
didn't ever have a negative thought in her mind. I don't think I ever have seen Maddie stressed about anything.
Find your perfect sleep solution.
Hey, just real quick, there's a parallel. And guess what? It may be totally nothing, but there's a parallel. There's a parallel. I just have to point this out to you real quick, guys, just so you, if you want to know, there's a parallel. And you may already know this. I'm sorry, I'm not presenting anything that you don't know, already may know. I'm not trying to insult anybody here. Parallel, though. She says, I've never seen Maddie ever stressed out or something like that. I've never seen Maddie ever really stressed out. Hunter says, I've never really seen Ethan upset. That's a parallel. Just keep that in mind. They're almost saying the exact same thing. Different words. Different. Well, this, I have to filter this through the pastor. So that pisses me off. Okay. I want to hear her tell me this so I can understand what her tone is, understand her personality a little bit, understand other things. Okay. But she ain't talking to me. And that's another problem. Yeah. Yeah, where is she? Right? That's a whole separate conversation. Where is she? Where's the Hobbit? Why aren't they there? Whole different conversation we're gonna get into. And you guys are saying that to me. You know, you're saying that. My garden's like, yeah, why aren't they there? Fuck. Right? We're gonna get into that. Big time. Promise you. That's a great question. You guys are bringing up this question. And yes, we're going to address that. It's a big fucking problem. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. But I don't know. We're upset. Yeah. Hunter says, I've never seen Ethan upset. Dylan is saying, I've never seen Maddie. I think she's talking about Maddie. I've never seen Maddie stressed out. I'm just saying, that's a parallel. That's all I'm saying, guys.
This happy-go-lucky kind of girl who loved life to the fullest.
Happy-go-lucky.
I got to know Maddie last year and loved her when I met her. And then I got the chance to get closer with her this year.
Okay.
I'm
How
so
much?
lucky to have gotten to experience life with her in it.
Okay.
She
All right.
had this passionate love for everyone.
Passionate love.
Everyone who knew her got to feel her love. She was so compassionate to everyone and wanted everyone to be happy.
Compassion again.
She got this new hot pink puffy jacket and wore it everywhere.
Puffy. Oh.
She was a very big pink color kind of girl. She would do this cute little skipping dance every time I saw her. She just had these cute little mannerisms that I loved. She was such a beautiful person inside and out. She had pretty much her whole life together. I missed seeing her little dances when we would go out and seeing her laugh and smile. I loved seeing her smile because when she would smile, you could see her eyes and her little button nose smile too.
God.
And Kaylee was one of the most hard-working, strong, driven people I have ever met.
Kaylee.
If she wanted to do something, she'd work for it.
What,
She
that
was
Range
the kind of
Rover.
person that I looked up to.
Land Rover that I
She,
want.
like Maddie, had her whole life together.
Whatever.
A few weeks ago, she had bought a Range Rover all by herself.
Oh, right. There you go.
When I went to see her,
I'm not
she
jealous
had a
or
brand new
anything.
Range Rover. I remember just thinking, "Holy crap, Kaylee!
Yeah, holy
So
shit.
proud of you!" And she was able to buy it all by herself.
I bet. There you
Even
go.
though she was a girl so driven and hardworking, she
Cares?
loved to have fun. and
Who
to
cares
move around.
about a Range
Come
Rover?
up to a couple of us and be like, "Guys, you know how I'm like such a prankster and just love to prank people?" And she would start laughing, and we would laugh and get all excited to do a little prank on one of our friends. And then we proceed to start the prank. Kaylee would just be laughing and smiling about how funny it was. She also had one of the brightest smiles, and I would always compliment her to make sure she knew she did. And she would be like, "Really?" and get so happy when I complimented her. My 4 best friends who deserve to live.
Why am
a
I the
long,
center of
happy
the
life.
story?
My life was greatly impacted to have known these 4 beautiful people. My people who changed my life in so many ways and made me so happy.
Yeah, did they?
I know it will be hard to not have the 4 of them in our lives, but I know Anna, Ethan, Maddie, and Kaylee would want us to live life and be happy.
Yeah.
They would want us to celebrate their lives.
Okay. I agree with
To
that.
the people I will always love forever.
Just not
is the
from you.
people- She was the kind of person that I look up to.
This is
She,
about
like Maddie, had her whole life together.
this is about Kaylee. This is Dylan.
A few weeks ago, she had bought a Range Rover
Range
all by
Rover.
herself.
Yep. Okay.
When I went to see her, and she had a brand new Range Rover,
I went to
remember
see
just
her.
thinking, "Holy crap, Kaylee!
Holy crap.
I'm so proud of you."
I'm
and she
proud
was
of you.
Able to buy it all by herself.
See, hey, we're gonna stop it
Even though
right
she
there
was-
with this. Stop it right there with Dylan, because she doesn't say, she doesn't really say too much else after that. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it there with Dylan. Yeah, the Range Rover. Yeah. Not just that. Again, now we can look at this 2 ways. 2 ways we can look at this. We can look at it innocently, that this is just her way of expressing herself. That's what we got to keep that in mind. But here's the other piece of that, which is why. Here's what I got. Now I'm keeping the innocence part in mind, but this is what I'm thinking here. This is what's jumping out at me. Right? She's materialistic. At bare minimum, there's something. Now, is this by itself bad? No, it's not. That is in itself, unto itself. That is not bad unto itself. Until we start fucking with it. Okay. But that in itself is not bad. That's what it is. That's its nature. Materialism is what it is. You can't attack a thing for being its own thing. You can't do that or you're going to lose every time. Every time you try to attack a thing based on itself, you're going to lose. Every time. Every time. Because why? Because this thing that you think you know, it knows itself better than you, most likely, and you're going to lose. Yeah. So, anyway, like the Balrog. You ain't going to take on the fucking Balrog, right? No, unless you know your nature can match the Balrog. And if it doesn't, you better run to the hills for your life. Hey, yeah, there you go, Iron Maiden. That's a shout out to Iron Maiden. You better run to the hills for your life. You're being chased by a Balrog. Whatever. So, materialism. Materialism. The Range Rover. Hey, wow, that's a nice car you got there. I'm so proud of you. Okay. All right. Are you that altruistic? I don't think so. Fuck no, you're not. Yeah. Altruism destroys that argument. It does. Altruism destroys her in that one. It does. See, this is what I could pick from, guys. Remember, state of Idaho, you set this field up for me, so now I can borrow from anything I want to, because that's the standard that you set for me. Remember that. I can borrow from all sorts of things now, like logic, like false altruism, right? Yeah, I can, and I'm doing it, Moscow, Idaho. I'm doing it because you made me exist. Thank you for awakening me. Ha! You don't even know it. But guess what? Here we are. Ha! Fuck you all. Not just me, but a million other Balrogs coming at you. Just saying. Hope you know that. And no, your little fucking Amazon series, that ain't gonna be on your little fucking Amazon shit you're pulling and all this other shit, a book coming out. Well, guess what? Guess what? You think these walls are gonna protect you from what's coming at you? No. You can put all the Amazon bullshit you want, and you can write all the bullshit books you want, But guess what? You don't know how many Balrogs are actually coming for you, do you? No, you do not. You think that's stupid. You think that's funny. You think that's a joke. Sure, that's your ego telling you, hey, fuck that. You better ignore all this. But guess what? You better not. You better fucking not. Because I know personally that a Balrog's coming for you. I know that personally, okay? Metaphorically. But a Balrog is coming for you. Yeah, it is. Not just mine. Not what my Balrog is, but a lot of other Balrogs. Just saying. I hope you know that. Okay. Yeah, it is. I know. Yeah, materialism. I get that. Nice Range Rover. Gee, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you that you're able to buy this Range Rover. I'm not proud of you for, well, I think the Range Rover is irrelevant, guys. The Range Rover is irrelevant. I'm sorry. Am I being too hard on the prime here? Hey, if people want me to analyze stuff, well, guess what? This is what I'm going to analyze, right? This is how I'm going to fucking analyze shit. You don't like it, you don't fucking like it, and I don't care. Stanley, okay? But if you want me to analyze things, well, this is what I'm going to do. Okay? Just saying. Whatever. But, look, I'm trying to look at things many different ways here. 4 ways I'm looking at this. It was like, do I give her the benefit of the doubt? Do I give her the benefit of the doubt? Do I give her the benefit of the fucking doubt? Do I? I don't know. I can't, because in my world, she is the prime. Always the prime for me. So I'm trying to think, well, how can I give her a pass in this, right? Hey, the bias is already there. I am aware of it. I know this. I know my bias can bite me in the ass here, but I'm aware of it. I'm aware of this bias. Yeah, she's my prime. So whatever's coming from her, I got to be careful of my bias. Right? Right. True? Yes. Yes. We always got to remember our bias. Fuck. So I may be looking at something with fucked up eyeballs and fucking bushy eyebrows, right? That's the way I might be looking at this. Beer goggles, right? Fucked up eyes, fucked up eyebrows. What? Fuck.
Ethan, you had the brightest, most fun personality.
Oh, not Ethan.
It was
Yeah.
amazing how you bought a brand new Range Rover. I remember just thinking, holy crap, Kaylee, I'm so proud of you, and she was able to buy it all by herself. Even though she was
jealousy, baby.
a girl so
I don't know. Am I being too hard?
She loved to have fun and to joke around.
Alrighty. Bethany.
This is from Bethany.
The Hobbit.
Maddie, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan were truly all one of a kind.
Remember
They all lit
contrast.
up any room they walked into and were gifts to this world.
Contrast.
I wish every day that I could give them all one last hug and say how much I loved them.
Mm-hmm.
I've thought a lot about what I would say to each of them if I could.
Yeah, okay. You're aware.
Kaylee, you were truly one of the funniest people I've ever known. No matter what you said or what story you were telling, you found a way to make it so funny and have us all laughing. You were so sweet and giving. I was always so impressed by how you knew what you wanted and you would go after it and nothing would stop you.
Impressed.
You always lit up a room with your big smile and big personality that was so lovable and enjoyable. And I will love and miss you forever.
Okay, hey. Short and sweet. Beautiful.
You had the brightest, most fun personality. It
Beautiful.
was amazing how you could walk into a room and the whole vibe of the room would go up and everyone was just instantly happier.
Okay.
You always had the biggest smile on your face.
Big smile.
Your smile and your laugh were so contagious. It
Contagious.
made everyone want to be around you at all times.
Infectious.
Because you were just such a good time and such a fun, happy person.
Yeah.
You had so much love in your heart for everyone, but it especially shined in your relationship with Xana. The way you loved her
See?
was truly admirable and so special.
Paying
It
compliments.
made people believe in true love.
True love.
I love and miss you so much.
I love and miss you so much. Short and sweet.
There was no one out there like you.
Xana.
When I think of you, I think of a loving, fun, energetic, funny, passionate, determined, sweet person.
Mm-hmm.
I was always so impressed by you.
Okay, impressed.
Every
Again.
single day, without a doubt, you tried to better yourself and were so determined to accomplish all of the goals that you'd set for yourself. When someone mentions the life of the party, everyone thinks of you. You had the most charismatic personality and always made everyone smile. Anyone who ever met you instantly wanted to be friends with you and always wanted to be around you. You always made anything that we did so much fun and memorable. Not only did all the kids love you, but so did all of the parents. You always had all of the moms' phone numbers because they all just loved you so much, even after only meeting you for a short time.
Okay. All
There
right.
really wasn't one person that didn't love you and your amazing personality.
Yeah, the parents.
I love you so much and miss you like crazy.
See? That's nice.
Knowing about this one
Fucking
side
ads.
will
And Maddie,
That was
I don't
nice.
even know where to begin.
Now this is
You were the sweetest and most loving person I've ever known.
Maddie.
You had so much love in your heart for so many people. You're not only one of my best friends, but you were the older sister that I'd always wanted. No matter what, you always made me feel so loved and special. You always made sure to include me in everything. I was so beyond happy and proud that you were my big.
See? That's
I would introduce
nice.
you to everyone and anyone, telling them that you were my big. I would even introduce you multiple times to one person in the same night.
Stop
I
it.
always
Hang on.
looked up to you so much. You were always so organized, determined, and had your priorities straight. And you
Hang on. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Hang on. No. Contrast, right? Contrast. Yeah. Now, Bethany, in my opinion, in that little section we just saw, she's saying she's talking about an. We're not going to go there. No, I'm not going to go there. All right, let's go. Let's keep going.
always gave me the best advice. And no matter what, you would always help me and were always willing to help. I really believe that you would have been so successful and would have accomplished all of your goals in life because that's just who you were. Thank you for making my life so fun and enjoyable with all of the memories and adventures that we had. Thank you for being a ray of sunshine. Thank you for always being there for me no matter what and always having my back. Thank you for always finding a way to make me smile or laugh and for making my life better just by being your friend.
See,
You
that's
always told me that everything happens for a reason, but I'm having a really hard time trying to understand the reason for this.
that's right. You should.
Maddie, I truly don't know what I'm supposed to do without you.
You should be
You
questioning.
honestly made my life so much
Yeah.
better. I just want you to know that I will always love you and miss you forever. You all were gifts to this world in your own special way, and it just won't be the same without you. I love you all so much and miss you all so much. You will never be forgotten and will forever be in all of our hearts.
There you go, guys. Well, yeah. There you go. I don't know. What stands out to you? What doesn't stand out to you? Right? What's the contrast? Where are the contrasts? Where are the shadows? Where's the light and the shadows in here? Light and shadow. You see contrast, don't you? We just went through all four of that again. Now, where's the contrast here? No, there's a contrast. There's something different, Anyway, whatever. Just saying. That's the whole point of this, right? But whatever. I don't know. To me, and this is just me, Jake and Bethany, to me, gave the most, what I would consider, now again, we don't know these people. We don't know them. But to me, just hearing all of that, and how we're describing our friends, and how we're talking about our friends, and we're keeping the context in mind of what happened to them. Jake and Bethany, they did the best job at keeping those things in mind. They're not talking about themselves. They're not making themselves the center of the story. These two are not. These two are not making themselves the center of the story, whether that's inadvertently or intentional. Right? These two are not making themselves the center of attention. Jake and Bethany. Hobbit and boyfriend. Right? That's my opinion. Hey, there you go. The other two, HJ and Dylan. Now, difference here, contrast between these two. There is a definite contrast here. Now, how do we counter-argue with this? Right. We could say a lot of things with this. We could say, well, they're socially awkward. They never experienced that kind of thing before. They're going through trauma, right? All these things. However, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to finish it right here. And I could go on and on. But with me, Dylan's descriptions of everybody, her descriptions of all her supposed friends and all that, her descriptions of them are the most shallow. That's all I'm going to say there. They are the most shallow of descriptions. Shallow. Hunter. Now, his descriptions of the four who are unalived horribly, okay, keep that context. What am I talking about? Oh my God. Yeah, context. Where are you? What are you doing? Fuck. What's your nature? Oh my God. Shallow as hell to me. This is really shallow. Now again, this could be because she's not used to writing. You got to keep that in mind. She may not be used to writing in this way, in this context. So you got to keep that in mind. That's you always got to keep that in mind. But hey, there's a shallowness to this. There's shallowness. Yeah. Right? Not the same as the others. Okay. Hunter. No. I don't know. Hunter. Not shallow. Not in the same way as Dylan. Dylan is shallow. Okay. Hunter is shallow as well. Different way. He's shallow. Hunter strikes me. I don't know. I do not. Do I hear guys? Again, I don't know these people. I don't know them. I have to say that over and over because that's true. I can't be picking a people's personality or whatever apart without saying, oh, by the way, I don't know you. Okay? That'd be stupid of me. Right? Right. So I don't know you. This is just my guess. But, yeah. Hunter, he's definitely... Look, I'm not saying he doesn't have a weird affect. He does. His affect is weird. Okay? It is weird to me. His affect. The way he presents himself, right? His affect. How do I look? Yeah. Right, what's my face look like? Affect. Right. What do I look like to you? But anyway, yeah, so I don't know. With him, I get again, in competitiveness. I can't let go of the money. Even though I think that's funny, I can't be making a story like that with this context. Cannot do that. So I don't know if he didn't have anybody to help him with if he wrote that. I don't know. Did he not have help then? I don't know. Right? I'm trying to give benefit of the doubts here, guys. Did somebody just not read what he wrote and then like, hey, are you sure you want to say that? You know? Because that sounds a little hanky here. You know? That sounds like you're kind of like pissed off that he didn't pay you back the measly $34. I mean, give me a break. Dude, if you're stuck on this, that's the story you want to tell, and you're stuck on that, you got some serious problems, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't know you personally, but if you found that funny enough to put in a speech about your supposed best friend, again, who is horribly unalived, okay, that's a story you want to tell. Okay, all right, but hey, whether you are doing that on purpose, I don't know. Whether you're doing that unintentionally, I don't know. I'll tell you what, you're doing it. You are doing it. And at this point in time, I'm sorry, my friend. And that goes for all of you. All of you, listen to this. And you better listen clearly. Fuck you all. That's right. Stanley the Twink. Oh, yeah. And guess what his superpower is? His fucking superpower is I can talk to you and I'm Stanley and you won't even know it. Yeah, that's his superpower. All right. Yeah, I'm not the superhero you want. Not in a million fucking years. And by the way, fuck you too. Fuck you too, buddy. You fucking idiot. Anyway, whatever. Yeah. That goes to somebody else. Yeah, fuck you all. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, what do we learn from all this? I don't know. Contrast. That's what we learn. That is what we learn from doing this. All this hour that you spent with me, yeah, the whole point of this is to contrast things, right? That's the whole point. Contrast. What is different from this, from this, from this, from this? From the four that we just heard, what's the differences between that? Are they innocent? Are they not innocent? Right? Yeah. But still, I don't know. Hunter, I don't know. Worst story you could possibly tell about somebody. You forget the total context of what you're doing or where you're at. You find that funny to you. This story, you find that funny. But guess what? Again, you forgot the punchline though. You forgot the punchline, buddy. Well, you didn't forget the punchline. Your punchline was actually that. It was a punch line to your best friend. Right? That's what you did. And you didn't even realize it, man. You didn't even realize that the punchline that you gave to your best friend, you didn't even know what that, you're not even aware of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry for you and everybody else here. Totally sorry for you. But guess what? Guess what? The Balrog that's coming for everybody here. Okay, not just me. Not just my Balrog. Oh no. A lot of Balrogs, remember? So, yeah, I'm sorry, buddy, but guess what? Guess what? That's not our problem. Okay? Not our problem. What you said, how you said it, the story that you picked, whether or not you had help in picking this story or editing this story, apparently you don't. I would think not. Guess what? Guess what? And this is not necessarily your fault, unless you're involved, which I'm not sure about yet. But based on that, I don't know. Based on this, I don't know if I could trust you at all. I don't think I can trust you. That's what I'm saying. At bare minimum, I don't know. But at this point, what I know about you from that, I cannot trust you at all. No. I would not put my trust in you. I would not. No. You're giving me Bud Limes, right? You're doing that for me, right? I say, hey, Hunter, hey, can you do me a favor? Give me some fucking beer, okay? Can you do that for me? Right? That's what he's doing. Bud Limes, I would not ask for that, but okay, yeah, sure, I'll get them for you. I'll get them for you, no problem. I'll get them for you. I'll get them for you. I'll get your Bud Limes for you. That's that right? Oh, yeah, I don't want to fight anymore, guys. Right? Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying, that's the flavor. Yeah. Right. I don't want to fight anymore. But, sorry, there's no lisp in there. By the way. Yeah. Weird. Yeah, he'll get the Bud Lights. He'll get the Bud for you. He'll get the Bud Limes for you. Okay. Yeah, he will. But guess what? Guess what he's doing though? Yeah, he'll acquiesce to your request to him. Sure, I can get you the Bud Limes for you. Sure, that's no problem. But guess what? If you don't fucking pay me back, I'm gonna remember that. If you don't pay me back for the Bud Limes that I got you, guess what I'm going to do to you? Not only I'm not going to forget, I'm going to use this in a story that I'm telling you at your own funeral. Okay? At your own memorial service. Think about that, guys. I love you all. Think about that last part. Okay? Anyway, I love you all. This is a long one, but guess what? We're 4 into 1. 4 into 1. I love you all. Love you all. You are the best garden in the world. Yes, you are. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget your nature. What are you? Don't ever forget your nature. Your nature, to me, is that you are the best garden in the world. You are. You know why? You know why you are the best garden in the world? Here's why. Because it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong, or if you're right or wrong. The reason why you're the best garden in the world is that, you care. That's why you're the best garden in the world. Don't matter about anything else. You care. You care. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, I love you all. Bye-bye.